Hey guys, God bless. It's your girl Jay, and we are back with another video. As you guys know, my name is Jahira, and I will be speaking to you guys about my clinical rotation on community health. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share, like down below, and click that subscribe button. And don't forget the bell notifications. So, yeah. So, as you guys know, we did some community rotations, and our first community rotation was telecare. And if you guys want to hear about how that went, telecare was for mental health, and look at my previous videos and I will speak to you guys how my mental health rotation went. This video I will talk about my community rotation on a doctor's office, and it was a general health kind of, and basically this doctor would see VA patients and other types of patients, and she would assess them and file claims and then address it to the VA and do some research, basically trying to support her claims. So it was very interesting because as my prior healthcare experience, I was a medical assistant for 2 years, so I know kind of how to work in a well, not kind of, I know how to work in a medical kind of setting, in a doctor's office kind of setting. But this was a little bit different because in this setting the doctor basically did everything. She saw about 11 to 13 patients almost throughout this 8-hour shift, and she did her vitals, she did her assessments, she does her notes and everything, and we would just have to screen the patient for the COVID screening questionnaire and then check their temperature, and then we would have to ask them if what was their dominant hand, if it was the left or right hand, and then they would give us a questionnaire that was sent to their home, and we would enter that on the computer. And if they didn't receive that questionnaire, then we would ask it to them in person and scribe it into the computer. So that was really interesting because these were a lot of VA patients. And when I say VA, I mean veterans from the military, or from whichever type of military branch. It could be from the National Guards, it can be from the Army, it can be from the Marines, you name it, whichever it was, they were there for something. So basically, these patients would claim injury from the VA, and this provider would assess them and try to support their claim so they can get a so they can claim disability. I didn't really dig too much deep into it because we were really trying to learn how to do the job for those 3 days that we were there. So we were there for 3 days, and the first day the provider gave us a package of one client, and we were basically just supposed to do some evidence review, look in their electronic medical record and try to look for keywords to try to prove the claim so this patient could get the disability that they needed due to their injuries. The second day, which was the same type of work, we didn't have any patients those 2 days. Basically, she's just doing the same thing. And then the third day was when we actually saw patients, and that's when it actually got busy, and we were very productive doing all those type of things. So overall, I think I've learned a lot from this rotation, and from this clinical setting was very interesting to me because my medical terminology was put in use a lot, and there was a lot of medical terminologies that I didn't remember, and I had to search and just try to refresh my brain. So it was interesting doing all that stuff. I definitely want to say that I enjoyed this rotation. Basically just interacting with the patients once again was very interesting to me. Hey guys, so sorry about that. I had to cut that video short because my son came down to the basement. He was crying for me. So yeah guys, so that setting was very interesting to me because I put my medical terminology into use. As you know, as a medical assistant student, I had to take medical term, and that was very, very hard, and you have to learn a lot of prefixes, suffixes, and all that good stuff there. So I was very interested in refreshing my brain a little bit and picking my brain a little bit because I knew the information. Now I had to actually see, what this word meant. How can I use it as a keyword to find that evidence to back up this claim so this patient can get the compensation they need? So there was a lot of pages. Like there were some patients that had 200 pages. There's other patients who had 500, 1,000. It was just based on how long they served and based on how long their electronic medical record was. So there was a substantial amount of evidence. It was just hard to find those key words to find that evidence. That's how me and the student that was also with me during this clinical rotation, we were having a hard time trying to find the correct keywords to use because a lot of this electronic medical record was scanned documents from like the past. So a lot of the handwriting wasn't really legible. So that was the hardest part for us, being able to decipher what the words meant and transcribing it into the evidence review column. And overall, it was a great experience. I honestly can say I enjoyed this rotation. I've learned a lot, and next rotation will be a different facility. It's like a nursing home type of facility, and I am crossing my fingers that they will not cancel this clinical site because our school has had a couple outbreaks between staff, students, and other people throughout the community, and also the nursing home. So hopefully we still continue to do our hours, and if not, then welcome Q5. So that's where we stand right now, guys. I hope you guys continue to join me in my journey to become that future nurse, and continue to like, share, and subscribe down below, and hit that bell notification for updates on my content. And don't mind this face here because this mask that I keep on using is making my skin break out and turn really dark and discolored. I don't know why. If you guys can give me some tips on how to help my skin with this discoloration because of the mask, please help your girl out. Love you guys. Peace out.